On Thursday, the online version of the Telegraph newspaper carried an article on the top 100 love songs. Looking through the first 30, because in the week before Christmas, to do anything more than that would have been a waste of time. Looking through the first 30, there were a number of them that caught my attention. Number 1 was the Beach Boys, God Only Knows, with its bittersweet earworm, noticing the transient nature of human love. I may not always love you, but as long as there are stars above you, you never need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure about it. The list also included the forlorn and heartbreaking Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor, in which the loss of love is mourned. There was the passion of Bob Dylan's Make You Feel My Love, or the Style Council's You're the Best Thing that shouted about love. ABBA's Name of the Game tells of the insecurity of love, while in Georgia, Ray Charles soulfully captures the emotion of missing one true love. What's fascinating about the list is the diversity of ways in which the characteristics of love are expressed. We may think of these songs as romantic, but when we begin to delve into the words and find ourselves moved by the power of melody as discord and harmony reflect the pangs and loops of hearts, then we begin to recognize that there is so much more to love. I'm not abandoning love yet, but I want to wonder for a moment about when Christmas starts for you. Is it tonight, as you mark tradition with your appearance here? Perhaps it's earlier. On a number of occasions, my Christmas celebrations have started with a trip to a Deacon Blue concert. In past years, the Edinburgh concert has been one of the last ones on the tour, and so in the immediate days before Christmas. This year, though, it was at the beginning of December. It's thrown me out a little bit. So a little bit of celebrating was done at an earlier date. Heading to a Deacon Blue concert, as someone who has probably been to too many, often reminds me of coming to a Watchnight service. The crowd contains familiar faces and new ones who've been drawn into the music. People are there for all kinds of reasons. Some are long-term fans, others are new recruits with the music they've just heard, and others still are there under duress, forced to be there to keep another company. Of course, the crowd is also waiting for the opportunity to join in the songs they know, each with their own personal favourite. Although the anthemic songs have everyone up on their feet and usually singing the songs so that the band doesn't have to strain themselves. At least that's what I say. Now, I suspect I'm not dealing with a huge crowd of Deacon Blue fans here this evening, but for others who follow a particular group or artist in whatever kind of music, there'll be a recognition of the moments when we're moved by the personal encounter and then drawn into the crowd experience. The words of a song released by Deacon Blue this year interrupted my singing in the midst of a concert, and I had to pull my ticket out of my pocket and find a pen in my bag and stand still to write the sermon. They're fairly simple words with simple thoughts, and perhaps when read don't capture the power of being combined with music, but they will take us back nicely to love, and I'm not singing. Love is enough. Love will do. Love lasts longer than anything you're going through. Love song. This is a love song. At Watchnight, we come to sing love songs. We think that the singing is our activity, but in reality, we are told through our encounter with the story of the prophets and the Nativity that the love song belongs to God. It's a song that's being sung to us. If we reflect upon the love songs we listen to in life, then we know that love is complex. It has the power to lift us to the highest height and to take us to the depths of sorrow. The songs sung by those who wait in the Old Testament, by those who tell of in the Gospels, and those who meet the presence of God in an infant child, reflect the complexity of the human experience of love. They're songs that dwell in the longing for justice, that spill over with the enthusiasm of knowing that all things lie in the hands of God, that trust in the promise and hope that the inequalities of the world can be challenged and transformed. Of course, in English, we're limited in how we describe the different flavors of love to that one word. But the language in which the Gospel and the New Testament part of the Bible was written in was Greek. And it has four words for love. I'm jealous. They capture the diversity of the experience of love. Storge is the kind of love shared between parents and children. Philia is affection or friendship. Eros is passionate or sexual love. And then there's agape, the love of God for humanity and humanity's love for God. It's unconditional. It's the kind of love we would aspire to in our dealings with people and the way in which we treat the world. God's love songs, not sung just by prophets or by Mary or Zechariah or Simeon, but by God himself, present in a manger and in the wails of an infant. It's a song that welcomes all who come to stand and gaze. There's room for all to discover that they're loved unconditionally for who they are as they draw close to the child of God. Outcast and stranger, as well as faithful and certain, are to be encapsulated by the sound of that song. God's love song grows from child to adult, and the wails change to words, and yet the message that all are loved and have a place at the heart of God never falters. Unconditional love sung to welcome and change our lives to play our part in the song. God's love song is anthemic because it takes all the intrigue and emotion, the pain, the anguish, the hurt, the trials, the joy, the celebration, and weaves all these things together in the melody of life. And on a night like tonight, our thoughts are disrupted to hear again that God is with us in every part of life. Amen.